Hi, thanks for joining me. This is the second in a three-part series. This session will be talking about things that I thought were necessary for a long 14-day trip. I'll talk about things that worked out pretty darn good and some things that were absolute big fails that I'll never bring again on a trip like this. It was going to be a very hot trip, 14 days heading up through the center part of the country, up through Sturgis, down through Colorado. So we'll talk a little bit about things that I brought, things that worked, things that didn't work. First thing that I brought that worked really well was a brand new bag, a waterproof bag, 40 liter. It's about a duffel bag shaped thing that folds down, keeps the water out. You can put just about anything in there because it's soft-sided. It straps down well on the bike, a lot of different built-in snaps and tie points. Also comes with extra straps. Got it for $20. The commercial brand ones run about $195, and you have to pay extra for the strap. This was a big win. It was comfortable behind my seat back. Next thing might surprise you, and that's a suitcase. I've tried a lot of different motorcycle cases, and I really like the suitcase better. It's got wheels on there. It's got a handle I can pull out. Thing works really, really well. I can put over bags over the handle, and then just by pulling the one bag, get stuff into the hotel. I do have to put a garbage bag around that. The zipper's not waterproof, but the hard side works really well, and I like that. I hold the suitcase on with rocket straps. They come in their own little pouch. They're positive lock. They work really well. We've got a lot of miles on these. Can't go without them. Saddlebag inserts are another thing. I got these for $20 on eBay. They're wonderful. They're soft-sided, easy to bring into the hotel. I'll keep snacks in there. I actually keep a lot of different things like my tablet and so forth in there. They've got inside pockets, outside pockets. Love them. I've got extra storage in the lid of the tour pack and also on the saddlebags. And I keep a lot of different things inside there that I want to get to quickly. Extra cables, gloves for doing mechanical work, wipes, that kind of thing. And they come in really handy. That was a good purchase. There's an auxiliary cigarette lighter in the tour pack. I keep an extra high-speed USB charger in there, and I use that for cell phones and camera batteries and so forth. It works great. I have a cover that goes over the entire motorcycle. It's made for my size bike. It covers it from one end to the other. Does a super job of keeping off the elements, keeps off bird stuff and things from trees, weeping down. It's water resistant. It'll keep most light rain off. A downpour will weep through there, but it still keeps a lot of that off. Sleet, rain, snow, that kind of thing. It has a little soft bag. I love bringing that. Now, I keep all my toiletries in a folding hanging bag here. This thing has elastic straps. You can very quickly see and grab everything. Doesn't take up as much room as a ditty bag, and to me, ditty bags are like a woman's purse. It's hard to find things. You got to dig around. Love this a lot better. I've got pill boxes for obvious reasons. Keep vitamins, medicines in there, aspirin, that sort of thing, and just keep it separate, handy. Bring along electrolyte. I dehydrate a lot, get leg cramps at night, which I hate. So this was 110 degree heat for a lot of the trip. I bring powdered electrolyte that I can stick in any kind of a bottle of water, even a cold drink if need be. I also bring a couple bottles with me. To do that, I've got a really nice soft side little cooler bag, fits in well pretty much anywhere because it's flexible. I put a refreezable ice pack in there, and I'll keep cold drinks inside there. I've also got some insulated mugs I bring. One large one sits on the handlebar. The other one inside my saddlebag is a refill. The smaller one is a Polar Camel. Has a flip up top that works as a straw. I love that. You don't have to tilt your head back to drink. Speaking of drinking, in the morning, I have got to have coffee. Sometimes it's available in the hotel, sometimes not. I bring my powdered coffee everywhere I go. I might even spike the hotel coffee with my own just to give a little extra kick. I bring along wipes. They're really great for hygiene, also for emergencies and for freshening up on the road. The shower wipes there work fantastic for taking off the bugs that get baked onto my windshield and front end. Works as good as some of the commercial bug sprays. I really like that. Now, I like hot stuff, so I bring some of my homegrown peppers. I've got about 10 varieties I grow at home. I bring it. In addition, I also carry in a hip holster a bottle of Tabasco. I keep the hottest Tabasco they make. It's called Scorpion Pepper Sauce. I bought it at the Tabasco store where they make the product here in Louisiana. Highly recommended, by the way. I put it on everything here. Another must-have is a power bank. It can be used to recharge anything that needs USB power. This thing's a big one. It'll charge 2 or 3 phones simultaneously. You can use it for laptop, for a tablet. Also works well. It's got a flashlight. You can plug it into a car to recharge it. It's a handy thing to have. I also have a couple little zipper bags that I keep a lot of my camera chargers in, and they're handy. I also keep USB cords and odds and ends in the bags. I've got them labeled. They're really easy to pack, easy to figure out what I have. Now, speaking of cameras, I brought a new camera, Insta360 X4, and I bought a box, or a bag rather, full of accessories, and I brought that with me. That's my first big fail here. I ended up not using most of the items in there. It took up a lot of extra space. One item I used, which was a selfie stick, actually broke the first time I tried to use it, and my camera flipped right off the bike into my lap. So that was a big fail. I like some of the stuff, but I'm never going to bring the whole bag again, including all the extra mounts on there. I tried a new pair of Harley boots. I like the zipper ones with lace. You can get them on off quick. You can cinch them up nice and tight. And I bought some waterproof spray just to try it out. Had 4 days of heavy rain, and it kept my feet dry. Worked well. The rain did leave kind of a white residue on the leather, so next time I'll put some boot wax on in addition to the waterproofing, but it worked out pretty good. The boots were very comfortable. Speaking of rain, I bought a rain suit sometime back from Amazon for $89, and that's about $100 less than the name brand rain suits. Didn't have a lot of expectation, but I've used it now for a couple years, and it keeps the rain off. It does a really good job, cinches up where it needs to. The only problem for me is getting the pants on over the boots. It took me 20 minutes to get them on, and when it came time to take the rain pants off, I had to take the boots off. So that was a bit of a fail there, but the rain suit kept me dry. I always bring a lot of different gloves, at least 3 or 4 pair, and I wear the fingerless gloves most of the time in comfortable weather just because it works for the touchscreen on my devices, my GPS, my cell phone, and the other gloves don't work so well for that. So anyhow, I brought that. Some fails though. Speaking of gloves, I bought some heated gloves with battery pack. We were going up into the mountains, just wasn't sure what to expect up there. Sometimes it can snow. It never got that cool, so I never used them. These had extra batteries, took up room, extra chargers, took up more room. I had heated socks. I brought 3 pairs of different kind of warm socks, never pulled them out. Brought long johns along, never pulled them out. Even brought a new seat pad that plugs into my auxiliary cigarette lighter to heat up, and obviously I never used that either. So for this particular trip, those were all fails. They took up a lot of space that I didn't really need. I generally always bring my leather chaps, and I like them. I'll even wear those in light rain instead of my rain suit. They do a pretty good job. Never pulled them out. Likewise, I bring my Harley jacket, a Willie Jeep. Love the jacket. Best I've ever had. I always bring it on these trips. Never had a need to bring that out. Have a lightweight wool Harley jacket. I wore that a couple cool mornings, but otherwise I really had no need to wear that. I brought 2 vests, a leather one and a mesh one. I wore the mesh one in the rain, and when it was hot, the leather one the rest of the time. Worked out pretty good for me. When it came to shirts, I brought way too many shirts. I think I had a different shirt for every day of the week, and I ended up wearing 4 shirts. A couple moisture wicking shirts with long sleeve, very, very comfortable in the hot weather, kept the sun off. Fishing shirt with short sleeves that was also comfortable, and I think that I've got a mock turtle heavy cotton shirt I wore in one cool morning. I had some long sleeve fishing shirts that it was too hot to wear. I never brought them out. Had some dress shirts, I never brought them out. So that was kind of a big fail for me. Now sunglasses, this was a big win. I have a visor that flips down for blocking sun in my helmet, but I like sunglasses. These are mirrored sunglasses with readers built in. Love them. They're not polarized, so they don't darken my cell phone screen, and they don't have that blue tint that you get with polarized lenses. I got 3 pair for $19. Keep an extra one in the tour pack. Big win. Obviously, I bring along my tools. You can see these are well worn. They travel with me everywhere, and I carry quite a variety. The last little tool set you hear, the 3 fold-up Allen wrenches and torque wrench. A buddy of mine showed me those, and he ended up using his on the trip, and it was really nice to have those things handy. I always bring a lot of flashlights. I keep them in a tour pack for emergencies. I keep them in my lower fairing. I keep them in my pocket on my hip and my suitcase, and I brought several. This one's really bright. You can actually use as a power bank to charge a cell phone, or for emergencies, you got the extra colored lenses in here. Worked out pretty good. I bring a notebook to make sure I've got something I can write down notes, places I like, people I want to connect with, receipts, mileage, that kind of stuff. And again, I've got an extra pair of readers that fold up. They fit in my lowers fairing there, along with that little flashlight fits on my belt. And that's at nighttime if I'm in a place with no GPS, I got to read a map. Really handy to pull those things out. Something that's brand new is this cordless tire pump. I can't believe I've never had one before. Very inexpensive, $39 on Amazon. It will automatically fill up to your set stop point, 60 seconds to fill a motorcycle tire, do car and truck. Works really well, a lot of different connections. You can plug it in a cigarette lighter to your battery. You can use that as a power bank as well as a flashlight. Love it. Also bought, along with that, something never had before, tire patch kit. This was $19 on Amazon. I actually used it on my neighbor's diesel truck and worked out really great. It's got a lot of different tools in here, a lot of different plugs and patches, and something that's very handy. Couldn't go without that. I'm really glad I've got that. Now, talk about a fail. I brought my laptop with me. I've got a 17-inch nice laptop. I was going to do video editing and picture editing, and brought it in this big old canvas briefcase, and I packed in there extra cords and chargers and adapters, threw some extra maps in there. That thing was just a waste. I never used it. Took up all the space in my tour pack, so I couldn't put my helmet in there, and it was heavy. I had to bring it to the hotel every night. I had a bunch of extra thumb drives I didn't use, and major fail. I'll not be bringing that along. So what will I do different on my next trip? Well, I forgot to bring khaki shorts, forgot to bring swimming shorts and sandals, and so I'll bring those along, and I'll be a little more sensitive to the potential weather. Now, the next video, I'm going to talk about how I rigged my bike, some extra gear I put in there for comfort, for convenience, some gadgets. But what I'd like to do is get your ideas on what do you think is a must-have for a trip. I know there are a lot of things I did not bring that you might suggest. Maybe there's some things I brought you just thought were ridiculous and you'd never waste the space on there. And I really would like to hear from you. So if you'll let me know in the comments, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get the next video coming up. And I've got several more in this series, including some really nice videos on using the Insta360. Thanks for joining me, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Catch you later.